And welcome, folks. It's time for ECL Season 41. My name is Boggs, he's Laz, and we have ourselves a matchup here today. BHOP versus Mythic. Pistol round's about to begin, so we're going to pop right in here in just a moment. And folks, I hope you're ready for it. I sure am, Laz. Are you ready for the action?
Oh man, I'm so excited. We got Mythic versus BHOP, and again, like lots of things to talk about. Action's already getting underway, but Mythic just going through a big roster rehaul, and we get them on that T side. We got the return of Freakazoid and Cooper, the brothers. Yeah, but dear brothers are back here, Boggs.
It's good to see them back in action, but Freak's going to be the one to fall first in line. Stanislaus is going to dome him down out towards apartments. A heavy A stack from BHOP, but Mythic is going the other direction in towards the B site. Only one there. That's going to be Silas. Silas is going to be able to hold off. I think they're just going to play retake off of the back of this. There's no kit for the CT side, which is a bit of a problem here as those digits are getting punched in by Flom. And Mythic are going to try and hold this line. A bit of an aggressive peek there from Eric and Cooper, who pick up a pair. Hate's going to get another one, and Eric will double down, leaving it all down to Beaky on the dual Berettas. Very good guns in close range engagements, and he still might find some little squishy victims. Nah, he's down. Hate takes him down. Little hope, but not really much there in the end.
Yeah, a little hope, right? A little bit of hope to see what can happen. But honestly, a really basic strat from Mythic, just a big old B execute. It works out really well. BHOP didn't really have the right positioning for that. Like you said, Silas was close on by, but just not enough for him to, make any sort of action in the retake. Didn't work out, but there was that flank coming in from Spermy, and he wasn't able to find anything, but it's a good pickup from one of the players here. And now Mythic on the full buy. You can see, look at the investment of this, Boggs, and it's actually a 4-1 split. So we got BHOP actually putting a lot of lean onto this A site, whereas right now, Mythic kind of putting that attention towards B now.
It's a back-to-back A-site stack from BHOP. It did not work out last round, that's for sure. We're gonna hope and pray it works this time. Silas gets naded down to 63 HP, but still the stack holds for BHOP. They're expecting the same sort of play, trying to funnel maybe this Mythic squad back into the jaws of the beast, but BHOP's falling off now. They're sending a rotation back towards the B side. That's Spermy to group up with Silas. A site will be the target here by Mythic. They're pretty lit there, especially Cooper and Freak. Nade goes in. That's Freak down again, the first player to fall. Cooper to 19 HP.
Oh, Flom. Oh, man, they're so close, Boggs. Oh, man. It's just on the other side, but the double stack, actually, they get rid of it. So they're not going to hang out, but Stanislaus actually will be on the other side of Moto. And they're both able to peek. Stanislaus is able to get one, but there you go. It's going to be Eric that's able to find two big kills and gets himself back into a decent contention. They're down in the numbers. Now they bring it back here, Boggs. It's an even 2-2.
2-on-2, but this is a round that Mythic should have been winning with pretty much relative ease here. Yeah, it's a force buy from BHOP, but Mythic have kind of given BHOP a lot of opportunities, especially in 1v1 engagements. They ate a lot of that nade damage early on, too, so this is a very winnable round now for BHOP, despite not having a kit down anywhere. They can still make their way on through here and pick this one up. Mythic, they have to be very careful, especially considering their money will be destitute in the next round. Hate around that smoke could catch somebody off. Eric's up on top of boxes. Hate gets one. Eric has the other, and Mythic will hold the line. It's the two young guns of this squad of old heads. And Mythic will grab themselves a second in a row. BHOP will be on the pistols this time, Laz. And Mythic, how much will they invest into this round? And it looks like they're going to go pretty hefty here. Pretty much everybody buying down to whatever they have left.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with this too. Like, I think this makes a lot of sense, right? And a little bit of a door stuck there, but that's fine for BHOP. That's okay. But either way, Mythic, again, they want to just ensure that they can get this third round, so they can get themselves in a better lead. And they're already putting a lot of pressure onto Banana, and Stanislaus is trying to be the lead of charge down Banana, but he's going to get taken out. And already, they have that B control, but now they have to pick up the bomb. And these CTs, Boggs, they're grouped up, and if they push, they might be able to find the timing, but it's going to be Hate. He's going to be able to take down Silas. That's a big pickup already, and it's starting to look a little problematic.
The problem is, though, you donate guns over to the side of BHOP, they can still make something happen with this Galil. I don't think they'll save it. There's no reason to. Freak, though, all the way through Library is going to silence this push, and Spermy will just hang out in apartments. I guess he's going to try and save the Galil. We'll see if he really wants to do that now. And
Got
there's
the
not
smoke
really
too.
too much of a need to hunt this either. Flom and Freak definitely can go for it as the Mac 10 players, but Flom in particular doesn't have a lot of cash left over. So maybe it'd be best for him to save that Galil in the end. Although if he upgrades, that would be nice. And he'll catch the timing onto Spermy. He's going to hit the dirt. 3-0 for Mythic, but this is where the buy comes in from BHOP. This is where the op can come out as well. This is where things can get a little rough for Mythic on the T side.
Yeah, not really a big loss that Spermy's not able to save the Galil. Would have been nice just, to kind of preserve that cash flow a little bit. But like you said, I mean, they got plenty of funds. This is the full gun round now that we got invested here from BHOP. And we're going to have to see what they can do. But Mythic already starting things off pretty well. And Cooper's going to be able to get the AWP in his hands. And not going to be Flom this time. But it'll be the one Abadir brother that's going to start things off. And right back to it already. Mythic just going for that banana control immediately. But look at BHOP though, Boggs. They got 3 players close on buy. They got the 2 that are ready for the contention here, and Beaky actually right behind Sandbag, so, this could be an issue, but Flom's able to find the first one. That's a great pickup already, but it's the trade back.
Good utility again from BHOP, something we're seeing as a consistent factor in their game right now on the CT side is the utility. Silas pops up with another one. Freak down and grow. That's the bomb dropping up onto the coffins as well. It's in a very advantageous spot now for BHOP as they have the man advantage too. Just trying to sit down and hold the line. Rotation coming through in the form of Spermy. 2 to hold the site. Rek and Silas. Stanislaw with the op holding on towards A. But this is going to be a tough nut for Mythic to crack. It's going to be a very difficult retake here. Eric leading the charge is low HP. And Rek's not going to take too much damage on that engagement. Hate falls to the second Oranges player. It's all down to Cooper, who spammed through the smoke by Spermy. First round of the board, and it's a confident gun round win for BHOP. Mythic should have another buy here, although Hate's going to be probably on a pistol of some sort. Maybe a deagle drop by Freakazoid. Other than that, though, very strong round coming in from BHOP.
Yeah, man, we got to look out for Hay too. I mean, he's had a phenomenal couple of games lately. I mean, I was able to catch him at the Fragadolfi event, and he was playing lights out too. So if he plays anything like that, and for this match, this could be huge here for Mythic. And he's got that D-Goat, like you said, so the one player with not much of an investment, but the rest of the teammates do have everything they need. And the utility's a little lackluster, but now they're going to switch up the pace here, right? I mean, they've been able to put a lot of pressure on towards Banana, but now going to slow things right down. They're going to get that apartments control, see what they can do. And I like this change of composition. I like this new game plan for Mythic. I think it's not just going right back to what they did. Instead, we're going to see a bit of a mixture, which might catch BHOP off guard, but they do have the old 3-2 stack ready to go.
It's a classic Inferno setup. 3 on A, 2 on B. It's very standard from both these two teams in this round. Just a little bit of banana control. Some control towards alt and middle, just probing around, seeing what they can find, and the extra rotation's actually been brought over to B. This opens up the A site here, but a great flash for Silas. He'll take out Flom. Cooper's unable to find anything on a trade. Takes a shot as a parting gift, but he's going to have to recover the bomb as the rest of his team is starting to work up through arches. Rek is here, though, in towards Library. Could shut this down. Gets one and gets away after doing a ton to Freakazoid. He'll swing around as well before his flash pops and get himself a pair. Nice work there from Rek out towards Library. Cooper blindsided yet again. Eric, 33 HP. And not much in terms of a dream here. Spermy will spam him down from Big Pit. And 2 rounds striking right back for BHOP. Looking very good right now on the CT side. Pistol round was a little shaky. But once they got, even that forest buy was a very contested round for BHOP. They've looked good once the buys are a little more even.
Yeah, it's definitely looking a lot more polished right now from BHOP, absolutely. I mean, the first couple rounds, the first 3 essentially just did not go the way for them, but now that they've been able to put that full investment in, it's been looking a lot more clean, and for Mythic, they just haven't been able to really win those engagements, and there we go, Freakazoid, he's able to be that entry that we've known him for in the past, right? So he gets himself a big pickup, takes down Beaky, now able to pick up the AK-2, and he's the only player on this team with armor, so that's actually a great note too, because again, that aim punch isn't going to be as big of a factor.
Yeah, and not having aim punch makes things a lot easier, especially when it's a legendary entry fragger like Freak, too, having that AK. We'll see if he can do some more here. Rek holding the line towards Moto. Very strong in this position, as evidenced before. Sprays down 3, grabs the bomb. Eric coming out of balcony will, at the very least, get 1. And Freak comes up the lane. It's going to be an ace for Rek, actually, mopping up those eco frags. Nice work coming in there from Rek.
Yeah, Rek was able to just wreck him. But anyways, it was a good hold from Rek. Honestly, just stellar performance. And again, Rex been playing that position of just kind of in the archway, kind of near Moto as well. So he's just, again, locking it down. He's got some good utility to block things off here from Mythic. Not able to find the response, but now Mythic are going to bring the guns out again. But now Boggs, things are a little bit different. They don't have the right guns, but look at this. They're getting a bit more aggressive, and Flam's able to open things up with 2 more. So now they're going to try to press on forward, but Rex, he's switched up position. He's here. He's going to get the 1, not able to get the 2nd. And now Mythic might be able to get themselves in this B site, but not unless Stanislaw has something to say about it.
Well, the op on a retake on the B site could get a little messy. Stan, though, gets, I believe, a wallbang leg shot into Eric there on the parting. Tosses in that Molotov as well. Could be flame damage either way. He's going to go through the smoke, and to his doom, went a little ahead of any utility that BHOP had left. Spermy, the last one standing in a 1v3. Looking around for something at this point, probably just going to go for damage. Cooper's hunting, but doesn't need to overextend it. He knows that he'll park and tree. It's just a matter of time now before that bomb explodes, and Spermy will die one way or the other unless he books it out of dodge. Opera covered there for Cooper to have in the next round. Eric's going to hold on to that one. And Mythic will finally claim a gun round here. It's been a long time coming for them. It's a very confident round they have this time, and a good look from them now after that streak of 3 from BHOP.
Yeah, and I mean, this is where Mythic have been so successful. I mean, it's just going towards B. Whenever they get those first opening duels, I mean, it just essentially opens up that site for them completely, right? So that's where we've seen a lot of the Mythic work happen. And I mean, they haven't been successful really going in that A site, but I mean, whenever somebody can get that first entry, it just seems like things start going their way, but we'll have to see what they do again. I mean, now we'll see BHOP again putting a 3-player stack towards this. They got Silas, they got Beaky close on by again. Got some good utility usage. It's going to be burned, and it's going to slow down this aggression. And already Silas is down to 27 HP Boggs, and that's just with utility, and Flom again! He's able to find an opener!
Flom's channeling his inner Janji right now towards Banana, isn't he?
Apparently.
Just getting those early car picks, and it's working out for Mythic here. And they're smelling weakness towards this B side from BHOP. And early on, that was the cause of the stack being so heavy towards the A site. But now it's just Flom making some nice entry work happen out towards B, and throwing more confusion into the minds of BHOP here. And this is a BHOP team that's looking for redemption. They were able to stay in ECL this season after a very, very rough showing in Season 40. And
yeah, rough.
This is a Mythic team that's made their way back in. It's kind of almost a level battle, so to speak, in terms of where these two teams stand in the region as of right now. And for BHOP, I think they need a strong start to this season, or things can definitely go south very quickly.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. This Mythic lineup was really exciting for me because, of course, you get Cooper, you got Freakazoid back together. You know, Flom, everybody loves Flom, right? And we'll have to see what they can do. Oh, Flom, what on earth? What are you doing? But, okay, Stanislaw, trying to be the hero. He's trying to go for a no-scope. 15 seconds, and time is ticking now. They need to make this work. They need to get the bomb down. They're able to finally get it down. Freakazoid's able to take down Beaky, so that's a good kill. It's a 3-on-4, and Rex going to get the boost onto Flower. He might be able to get this timing. He does. Takes down Flom. Not able to find Freak. He's still in water, and he's going to swing for this, so now it's an even footing.
Yeah, that's a big kill for Spermy to find, leveling it out at a 2v2. Cooper smoked off with the op, and he's going to get spammed by Spermy. Do they know he's there? I don't know, but Hate's going to fall in towards Dark, and this is going to make Cooper in a very rough situation. Hits the first on the Spermy, though. That is big. Now he just has a low HP Stanislaw to finish off. Swings out with the op. Goes for the overkill and goes for the style. Cooper showing up big for Mythic in that 1v2. Got a little grim there for a second, but Mythic hold on. BHOP now. Bottom of the barrel in terms of economy. Go for a half buy or most likely a full save here. Maybe a pistol or two coming across the board. A little bit of utility being bought as well. But overall, a grand total of $800 being invested across 3 players. That's nothing at all, and this has to be a round where Mythic do not lose a single player.
Yeah, we got to hope that, though, right? I mean, there's been a couple, those eco rounds where they lost a few too many guns that they probably shouldn't have, but now it's going to be a good molly, so this is actually going to make these players swing to this, but Stanislaw is still able to one, gets a second too! He's able to pick up more kills, but now Cooper's able to put them all down. He's taken down to 45 already, but it's just down to Spermy. They know exactly where he is. Mythic, it ain't pretty, but man, I guess it's going to do.
It works, but it's quite costly. There's a timeout being called now as well. Let's see who called that timeout here. BHOP calling the timeout. They want to nip this in the bud here before it gets too big of a lead for Mythic. It's T-side Inferno, and Inferno right now, as of 2022 stats, almost dead even between CT and T sides. But the thing is, Les, this is an early call from BHOP where they need this gun round, they feel, to basically keep themselves in this half and honestly in this map. Because this is Mythic's pick. They went into this map with the confidence they need, but Ancient's coming up next. And, well, BHOP don't have any Ancient games on HLTV as of late. That's a bit of a problem on your own map pick. Obviously, they're picking it for a reason. But if things go south on Inferno, the confidence is not going to be there going into map number 2.
No, absolutely. Map number 2, too, man. Like, we haven't had one for a while. We haven't had an Ancient in a long time, right? So, it's pretty exciting stuff, but we'll have to see what Inferno can bring us. But now we're back at Mythic again. They're doing this default a little bit slower. They're not, just putting on the sneakers. They're not just going for a big old jog, a big old sprint down banana. Instead, they're going to just slow it down. Going to tie their shoes. Going to hang out a little bit more. And BHOP right back to a 3-2 split. So we've seen the last couple of rounds they put 3 players towards banana. And instead, they're going to switch things up, put more of that lean on towards A. Even Mythic now. They're not really investing a lot of utility. Much more at B. And they're going to pick up that bomb and get ready for this A exec. And pretty close to that mid-bracket control box.
Yeah, and BHOP's playing a little more passive on A, too. This gives a lot more room to Mythic to work around. What the problem is, Rek's been very good from Arches and Moto. He's still going to be someone they're going to have to deal... Wait, no. Rek's on site. He's not playing his good position that we've seen him have before. And Mythic, burning down the clock, actually could run into a problem with Rek being so strong in the multi-kill situations. Being on this site spot, this is going to be a tough take here for Mythic as the time is ticking down. Rek's actually in the open though, and Cooper will win that, takes a dink, but Rek can't outshoot the op in that engagement. Spermy's stuck in pit. They have an idea where he is, and he's going to actually win that duel on the bomb. Now he's going to get a second. Stanislaus coming for a third, and Cooper falls, making it to the fourth. Eric has to clutch up 1v4, but the time is ticking. Nade should take out Spermy, and that could get a bomb plant here, but the rotations are already up close and personal. The smoke will fade, and Silas is pushing the issue. He's spotted out, he's jumping around, and the MP9 jumping accuracy will put Eric down 6 feet under. BHOP off the back of a timeout are able to barrel their way back through. We do have a DC from Mythic as well. Freakazoid has taken a DC here, and it's going to be a tech pause probably coming through here from Mythic. But what a response from BHOP, and particularly Spermy and Stanislaw, that double S duo on the A side.
Yeah, man, just that positioning from Spermy too, right? Like, you're in the worst position. I mean, you have the high ground against you, but he's able to still win the double duel there. He takes a big amount of damage, but I mean, the fact that he picks up that second one, that was just allowing BHOP to get themselves in a bit better control. And then, like you said, Stanislaus right there helping him out as well. We know that these two like playing together, so I think they obviously have worked on a lot of their coordination together, and it's looking a lot more polished than what we saw before, Bugs. I mean, we talked about them last season. It was something else, but you know what? It's looking a little bit better, right? New season, new team, things are looking a little brighter.
Yeah, things are looking up here for BHOP right now, and they did make some changes too. They put in some work in the offseason, and it's good to see them starting to get that footing back under them. And as for Mythic, we have kind of gotten what we've come to expect from this team. This is a Mythic team that's a very known quantity. Everyone knows what to expect from Mythic. And, it's good to see them back in ECL at this level of play. It kind of was weird not having them for a season or two. That was a very strange moment in time. But they're back now, and they brought a couple familiar faces back in Eric and Hate too.
Mm-hmm.
But as for BHOP, it's an interesting project to keep your eye on. I mean, they've picked up Beaky now. They have Spermy, who made his return as very well-known player in the advanced and even towards the lower end of ECL NA scene. Of course, Silas and Rek been around for a bit as well, Stanislaw being the brains behind the operation. But if you would have told me Orglis would have disbanded before BHOP, I would have called you nuts.
Yeah, that's fair. That is a really fair statement. But yeah, I'm kind of interested with this project. I mean, again, we've seen quite a few of these players like all over the map and different teams and different situations. But I mean, BHOP is it's an interesting one for me, and this is something I think we talked about a little bit earlier on in the green room and stuff. But I think for me, this will be interesting. But like I said, Mythic was a kind of a more exciting one just because, again, there's like the resurrection of like, Freakazoid coming back, and you got Cooper kind of coming back as well. And then, of course, Flom just kind of leading the charge with the boys. So it'll be interesting to see what the stream team can do in this ECL season so far.
Well, we're getting back into the action. Freak has returned, and we'll see if Mythic's going to be able to get things back on the board here after a break in action. BHOP won the last round after a string of 3 from Mythic. It's been a very streaky game so far, with Mythic winning the first 3, BHOP winning the next 3, and then Mythic winning the subsequent 3. We'll see if that streak continues, that trend continues here, and I think BHOP would definitely like to get this to 6-6, preferably a 9-6 half if they're able to do it. But Silas is going to go up over top. He spotted out Flom, and he'll give him the good old Goomba stomp. Freak will trade it back, though, and that should favor the T side in this engagement. Nate will do a little bit onto both Freak and Cooper, but 12 damage across the two, not really anything to write home about. This off of Stanislaw, though, will pick up one. Freak can continue the spray, but Beaky has traded it back. Now a man advantage here for BHOP. Bomb recovered. But a 2v3 take from Mythic with 1:12 on the clock. That's a lot of time. And they're splitting up, going separate. It's the 2 young guns here for Mythic, trying to make this happen. Good opener there from Hate.
Yeah, and this is a big kill too, because now Reki's going to get smoked off. This might expose Beaky. Look, his knife's out. Oh, but no, Eric, he made the noise cue. No, that could have worked out so well. But now that bomb has been dropped. So now Rek has all that information. He knows that one player was close on by, but Hate is close. He's got 40 seconds left, but the rotate's coming in already. Well, now Hate's going to have to just pop off individually, and he's not going to be able to find Beaky. He's got the higher position just over the smoke, and BHOP, they win that scrappy one.
That was a good angle there from Rek. Rek's been very good. He's been very much impressing me so far this game, and he's been, I think, the brightest spot for this BHOP roster so far. Great decision-making from what I've seen in the multi-kill situations, not getting phased by any engagement. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on moving through this season if this trend continues here for him. Pistols out, though, for Mythic. Tech 9, P250, some Glocks, and no utility whatsoever. Their money has finally run its course, and they are broke. So, should be another round on the board for BHOP. Should go to that 6-6 scoreline here, and the trend is looking to continue. Nice little nade damage there from Spermy. Again, the HE's so impactful here from BHOP. And we'll see if maybe Rek can grab himself another ace against the Eco.
Yeah, he might be able to, man. He's been able to do really well so far this game. He's 12-8. The next closest person on his team is actually Stanislaw with an 8-8 scoreline. Everybody else is pretty much behind them with a neck-and-neck amount of, kills and deaths. But, I mean, Beaky's got 6 assists, so that's something to kind of talk about, too, a little bit. But now Mythic kind of going back to the slow, steady pace here into a bracket. And this hasn't been really successful for them, but they are in the pistol, so they're just going to experiment a little bit. And Spermy's in the big pit. You got Stanislaw with the AWP. He actually misses that shot, and he takes some damage. He's able to get another chance at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, they're just swinging, and they're able to get that trade immediately. Freak does a great job to get the response. They're not able to pick up the AWP yet. Finally, they do. Flom's got it. If he can get a couple kills or even one to entry something. Oh, it was so close, Boggs.
Oh, man. Flom with the op. We haven't seen it so far today. It's been Cooper being the primary, at least on T's side, but Flom's got a gun he is very fond of. And he's leading the charge here. The pistol's now going to take point. Rek clearing up lane. Spots at the legs of Cooper. That's the bomb down. Still has a pit player in support as well. Spermy finally spots another. And he's yet to reveal his own position. Now gets the lineup. Knocks down a pair. And a Rek will finish the last. Well, they might have lost the op. And they will have to reinvest for an op. They cannot get one. That is costly. That is incredibly costly for BHOP. A lapse in judgment there. They lose the op. Gives a little more space to Mythic, too, although the op hasn't been too impactful for BHOP throughout the course of this map so far. Still, it's never nice to have to reinvest that 4750, especially if you can't afford it. Mythic back of the guns. BHOP trying to break that 3-3-3-3 split and get themselves 4 in a row.
Not going to be creeping up towards Banana again, right? So this is going to be the charge. Spermy's actually going to win that first duel. There's Silas right behind him. Another flash, and Flom's unable to find anything. He's going to creep up towards apartments, see what he can do, but he's got 2 CTs that are going to be near him, but the bomb's now advancing itself towards Banana. And Hate, he's trying to be that lurk right now, but BHOP, they have such a good read on this, and you can see Flom, he's made a lot of noise. He's been able to draw the attention of Stanislaw as well, and oh my goodness, he's somehow able to get out of this, but Haiti dies. Oh no, he dies on the lurk.
That's a problem. That's a big problem for Mythic as BHOP looking to grab their first lead of this game. Flom on 20 HP too means it's not going to be a very easy retake here for the Mythic boys. Spermie's around through apartments, so he's usually in pit. They're not expecting him out in boiler. And he's going to pick Cooper up from behind, leaving it all down to the 20 HP Flom. Team captain here, working his way through. Going to get something done. Now, what can Flom do from this position, lads? It's rough.
It's tough, man. He's so rough. I mean, he's got 20 HP. He's got no money. He's got a Galil. I mean, the best that you can do is look for maybe a kill. Oh, but at the wrong timing. Wreck finds him. There we go. BHOP now put themselves in a lead position. And now we're going to see Mythic on the save again. We're not going to have enough for this unless they decide to go something crazy like full Galil purchase and just whatever. But I mean, honestly, in this kind of a round with the Tech 9s, we've seen them be quite successful in these aggressive plays. So I'm kind of thinking we're going to see something like that again. Like we saw the aggressive banana. We even saw that aggressive arch push, that they even contested the offer, which was Stanislaw. So if they do something like that, they might be able to get themselves some kind of a footing.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do here. Pistols out again, but Silas through fire and flames will pick up one on the Flom. Beaky's gone over top and spammed down another. And on the last 3-round burst, it's a headshot for Silas, and it's 2 left for Mythic. Nice work coming in from BHOP against the Pistols, against the half-buy. Trying to stabilize things here and at the very least secure at 8-7 half. Quite a turnaround though from 6-3. BHOP looking to win 5 straight, could even make it 6. And things are looking up here from BHOP. They choose not to reinvest into the AWP either, which is an interesting decision. We'll see if that's even a question going into the last round of the half here. Beaky though will finish off the last he needs to, and Hate goes 1 for 1. Maybe perhaps we'll see the op come through from Stanislaw, but does not look likely. They're sticking on the rifles, and they've had much more success with... oh, no, there he goes. Picks up the op, drops an AK, and a bundle of nades.
Yeah, this is so interesting, right? I mean, Stanislaw has been kind of the opera on this team, too, for BHOP, so I know he's done it before. I'm just a little bit surprised that he's kind of trying to be more consistent with it, so maybe out of the squad here, he feels like he's the best one with the most responsibility of the big green. Cooper, I don't know if he's going to be able to spot this, but Stan does have a good position. He's got that position. Cooper, he's able to find it. And there it is, those immediate trades I talked about. And there it is again. It's going to be Eric to find 2 more. They've gotten the ticket. They've gotten that golden ticket to get into B. And Flom, he's going to deny this play too. And now we got ourselves an 8-7. Unless Spermie can do something. The unthinkable to keep this lead going.
It would be a monstrous clutch from Spermie. It would be incredible if he's able to pull it off. The smoke goes the right direction. The bomb's finally going down, so he does have time. He does have a kit as well, but he used his one piece of utility to smoke off Church. He's spamming through smokes, and he's come up with just a bit of chip damage onto Freakazoid. With a second smoke out towards CT spawn. Will bar more time here. Spermie, he gets 1, but that reveals his position. And Freak will avenge his teammate here. We'll hit to that break, and we'll see you for half number 2.
heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now. What I do right now for you, for you.
And we're back, folks. 8-7.5. BHOP bring it back quite well, and they bring it to a very respectable 8-7, just about on par with how things usually are on Inferno these days. My name is Boggs. I'm joined by Laz, and we have Pistol around here. BHOP on the T side, Mythic on the CT side. It is Mythic's map pick, and map number 1 of this best of 3, Ancient map 2, Mirage map 3 if necessary. And BHOP ready for a Halls pop from the looks of things. Stanislaw with all the utility. We'll see if he wants to chuck that over sight as his teammates continue to clear out apartments. 3 here for Mythic. Double up pit, 1 big, 1 mini pit, and 1 out towards Arches. Back towards Moto. It's going to be Hate. They're going to go for a lane and an app split. Hate's on site now. No kills yet. Now Silas finds 1. Beaky gets the site player. Eric only able to find 1 kill before he's taken down. And that leaves Freak and Cooper in a 2v4 retake. Let's see what the brothers can do. But this is not a good situation to be in.
No, not the best position at all. But Cooper does have the smoke and he has a kit available. But they're splitting apart from each other here, Bog. So this could be an issue. And Cooper's going to be able to find a shot. He does actually make the connection. That's a good kill. And now the timing is ticking. And Freak needs to start getting a better position. He needs to be able to find something as well. He spots that 1 player. That's huge. That's another good kill. So now it's back to a 2-2. The brothers, they've been able to do some work. But is it going to be enough? Freak now on a 1v2 by himself. They're going for the swing, and there it is. BHOP. They get that pistol.
Big pistol for BHOP. That's an amazing pistol for BHOP, really. It's going to give them a little more of a lead and a little more of an opportunity to take this map off of Mythic. When it was 6-3, I was getting worried for BHOP. Things were looking very rough for them. They called that timeout at a very critical juncture, and that timeout has paid massive dividends for them. It's some Warren Buffett level dividends right now, and they are definitely starting to try and grow forward to a map victory. Going to their pick on Ancient utility, great on the T side too in the early going, as it was so good on CT. Look at the counter utility though from freaking Cooper. Great stuff, taking both Stanislaw and Beaky into the red. 15 HP combined on the 2. The B hit will try and come through here for BHOP. The force buy from Mythic is on the other side. Freakazoid mowed down by Silas. And Spermie's tagged down low. Doesn't really do anything on his spam through smoke. The bomb can cross here momentarily. It's going to get chucked over. Smoke goes deep. It'll be a 5v4 hold, but there's 3 players on BHOP that are severely wounded.
Look at how low that some of these players are, right? I mean, Beaky and Stan, I mean, a combination, what, 15 HP, and then you get Spermie just under 50, but it's not like Mythic know that, and they do have quite a bit of investment into this. They have a lot of armor. They still have some good utility that's available too, so it's just not really worth to, try to go for those kills. I mean, they want to preserve those into the next round as much as possible. It's not a bad play, but really good effort, and like you said, the utility damage alone, and almost able to get some kills, but close, but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar indeed. I like this save from Mythic, actually. And the reason I like it is because you're probably not going to win this retake. You don't know that you have Stanislaw and Beaky at 4 HP. You don't know Spermie's down to 488. What you know is that there's 5 alive on the B site. You don't have a kit, and all you have are sidearms and an MP9. Minimal utility. So, they're going to be saving this round anyways, right? So why not go into this round with another chance to let the force buy play its magic? Freak's going to invest into a Mag 7, but this buy is almost identical, in fact slightly better than the one they had last round. And all they did was just not go for a retake that had very low odds of success. Good call there from the vets on Mythic. Counter nades coming through here. Look at that damage on the Stanislaw and Silas. That is nade efficiency coming through. And it's a heavy B stack too. Wait, lads. Hate's left A. It's a 5-man. Okay, never mind. He's going back. He just wanted to smoke. That was going to freak me out. Go 5 on A, on B rather. That's a gamble and a half. But in comes a trade. Freak mode down. 4v3 in the favor of BHOP.
Yeah, and BHOP can easily get out of this situation too, right? I mean, we saw Hate just kind of locking himself inside that site, but you got Cooper, you got Flom still on B. And all they got is some Deagles. They don't even have any more utility to use. Cooper has the open angle. He gets the 1. Can he get himself a second? He will not be able to. Flom now, it's all down to him. He's going to wait for the rotate coming in from Hate, but now definitely he's made his presence known. Tough situation to be in. With this smoke, though, they might be able to get themselves across into water. Depends on how Hate wants to use this. HE's going to be thrown on too. Doesn't do too much damage. And ooh, okay, Flom. A little bit of smoke damage. Okay, and he's dead.
All down to Hate now. He's been spotted by Rek up on top of first orange, and Rek will win that duel in the end. 11-7 now. 4 rounds between the two teams. And this is getting to the point where it's almost do or die time for Mythic. If they lose this gun round, BHOP can get to 13. 13-7 is not an easy scoreline to come back from. Laz. We'll see if this is going to work out now. Flom has the op on the CT side. Cooper was opping on T, but we want to give it to Flom here. The defensive end of things. Nade going out again. Stanislaw only getting chunked down to 81. He'll be happy with that as he's been taken down considerably low. Last couple of rounds, he spots out the M4 though. Upgrade for Stanislaw and a man advantage to boot for his team. That's a nice little gift there. Spots Freak over the half wall. But Eric right clicks, goes back, and he's going to salvage 1. Maybe make it a second. Yes, he will. Going for the hat trick. No. Beaky will deny and open up the A site. Now the last 2 players remaining are Cooper and Hate on B. Bomb can go down. They don't know A's clear yet, but they are quickly figuring it out. Bomb finally planted. The open plant for apartments, pit, or lane. The retake's going to be here from Hate and Cooper. Kit should be around on site somewhere. But a big problem still remains here, lads. If Mythic lose this round, their economy is gone.
Yeah, it's almost a question if you want to save these guns, right? I mean, I know it's a 2-on-3, but it's just if you lose this, you're not going to have anything to work with in the next. It's better to almost have those M4s available for the next. And actually, Hate looks like he might just now be a bit more hesitant. Cooper gets a good kill, though. Oh, Beaky's hunting. Old Cooper, he's able to get out. All right, that's fine. Beaky's hunting, though, and there you go. He's dead. And that's actually great because even though they don't get those kills, it takes that money away a little bit from BHOP. But, I mean, they're rolling in the dough, so it really ain't no problem.
Yeah, BHOP aren't worried about money right now. All they're worried about is getting some rounds on the board and stealing away this map from Mythic, going into Inferno as map number 2. Or not Inferno, but Ancient rather. Inferno's map number 1. It's in front of my face. But, man, BHOP have really turned it around from that timeout. They've lost 1 round since they called a timeout going into round number 10. Freaking Cooper, though, aggressing down Banana. A little bit of utility support as well. Going for that double kill. They're taken down quite low. So they did take a lot of damage, but they've dealt considerably more. And that's a good start for Mythic, something they've not had in quite a while. It gives them an opportunity to build up here. It gives them something to fight with and something to fight for. We'll see if Mythic can stabilize now as the bomb is rotating back towards A. Spermy the 1 out towards Moto and Arches. Has a couple of players on the other side to deal with. Mythic making a very educated stack towards the A side here with Flom getting all the information down Banana. Now perhaps a lane and apartments pop is going to be the call. Molotov in towards Big Bit. Eric's there, and Eric's no longer there. Stanislaw removes Cooper, but Hate has traded it back. Hate still on top of Cold Box. Ice in the veins. Sprays down another. It's all down to Rek. Can he clutch this one up? 3v1. Gets 1, but the double swing will help out and save the round for Mythic. Freak right there. Low HP. Lucky to be alive at the end of that one. If it got to a 1v1, there's a good chance for Rek to pull this off. But Mythic win their first CT round. Still, though, the gulf is 4. Quite a distance between these two scores.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. That's what I was talking a lot about with Hate, right? Like, I mean, he's been on a really good form lately. And even just the fact that he's able to get that first kill, gets the bomb down, and able to find another big kill it just turns into a catastrophic event here for BHOP. They're just not able to really get the trade that they want to get into that site. The information's all given away. So really good individual play that we saw from him that allowed his team to pick up a much needed round and first round of the second half that they've been able to obtain. And right back at it again, BHOP. They are going to put a pretty much a full investment, a Mac 10, a little bit lighter on that utility. I'm a little bit lighter than we want, you know. They're light on the wallets though here, Boggs. They don't got money, but they're going to make do with what they can. And the Abadir brothers are going to get tested one more time, as it does look like BHOP going for that, you know, default situation, getting banana control, but now they're kind of pulling back from it, right?
Yeah, we'll see. It's swing round, so whoever wins this, if it's BHOP, gives themselves a huge advantage. Mythic gives themselves a leg up to try and tie this one up. Smoke out towards brackets. Molotov towards arches. Slow and steady is the pace here as the time ticks down. 3/4 of a minute to go. And B seems to be the target. Just a little bit of probing, a little bit of utility thrown out towards the A site. Beaky tosses the smoke out towards... Oh, it's going to be a stairs smoke. It's a stairs smoke. Are they going to try and split A? No, they have to go B. There's no time. They have to bust B.
Yeah, they have to
end
go
a
for this.
disaster.
Oh no. They got only 17 seconds, but oh, Cooper, he's dead. Riki's not able to find it either. Oh, Beaky! He gets the 2 entries, so now they should be able to get the bomb down. And Bomb's just resorting to the old spam on the smoke, and I think that's it. They got the white flag out. They cannot go for this. And just like that, the slow execute works. Oh, somehow in some way, Boggs, I don't know, but they make it. And Beaky, he's able to get the 2 entries, and that was it.
Yeah, and the smoke spam among Cooper was the first thing. I'm thinking, well, Cooper's just going to sit there and pop them once they cross the smoke,
Exactly.
right? No, he gets spammed down, and that's what really opens up the site for BHOP. And that just scales on forward into a freak having a 1v5 on site, and there's no way he's going to be able to do that there. Even if he gets one, it'd be lucky. And BHOP with a very, very methodical and slow round. Pop into victory. No retake attempt at all from Mythic, knowing their economic situation. They want to save and fight this round again. But 13 rounds on the board for BHOP, and double digits still 2 rounds away for Mythic. It's a very rough situation for them to be in, and BHOP looking stronger and stronger as time goes on. It's no longer just Rek having all the impact, especially now that things have flipped over to the T side. Beaky starting to come alive.
Yeah, everybody from BHOP in terms of the frag distribution is looking pretty even, like I said, in the first half, and still kind of showing here now. I mean, Rek hitting himself at that 20 mark frags. But Mythic actually putting, look at all this pressure. Freakazoid still looking for a little bit more. The guy's just going to hold on to W and see what he can do. He's only able to find the 1 kill, but he's been able to get a little bit of intel here for his brother and also Hate. Now we're going to see another reset here from BHOP. I mean, they got that bomb towards Banana, but they're not really putting a lot of pressure into this yet. There's still tons of time left in the round, and actually a double stack here too from Mythic, just on towards Big Pit for Mythic, and they're kind of going for a bit of a 2-and-2.
Slow again from BHOP in this 4-on-4. They're grouping up for a B take once more. Cooper's in the red. Has to be very careful not to get taken down here. Stray utility could finish him off. Smoke out, but or rather Molotov's out. Smoking towards CT. A smoke for the Molotov to Stanislav. Spots out the first on top of the boost, and the flames will burn Cooper to a crisp. It's a 2-man save now for Mythic. There's no way they go for this retake, even though 14 now will rest on the board for BHOP. It's utility, and it's Stanislav this time to open up the B site. And once again, be the weakness for both of these two sides. But Mythic don't have the rounds to lose anymore. They're running out of racetrack.
We're just not seeing those trades happen, right, from Mythic at B. I mean, it's just pretty much a mop-up. I mean, BHOP, they got right in there. They grabbed the mop. They're like, all right, it's clean. We're done. We don't have to worry about anything. And they just get themselves a free site. It's easy peasy. And Mythic now have lost a few rounds that we've seen that they just cannot seem to hold it. I mean, when they put that pressure on, it seems like that's kind of the best thing that works for them. But when they kind of go for like the old default and just kind of turtling in the sites, that's what's kind of been the demise point for them, right?
Yeah, it has. And that's the thing. You can't really play passive Inferno defense anymore. You have to take some aggression. You have to get some information, more importantly. Especially when B's being hit so heavily. If B's being hit consistently and you're having trouble, you have one of two options. You stack the site, go 3 and 2, 3 on B, 2 on A. Or, when you start to see more utility flooding in towards B, push through A and come from behind. When the map control is given up, somebody has to fill that void. And right now, BHOP are just leaving that void be, and nothing's happening. They're not getting punished for it. And it's allowing them to go for these slow, methodical, late-round takes with no real consequences whatsoever. The other thing is, too, Mythic uses a lot of their utility in the early going here. They're starting to slow down on that now. But wait, hold on. Eric's got one. He's taken down. We're going to an 8-pop here. Fast round. Hate's come through and at least got one. Stanislaw trades out onto Flom, though. 3v3. Rotations flooding back, but the bomb can cross the site and go down. 2 in apartments, 1 boiler, 1 balcony. And now Hate's gone. Nice hold from Stanislaw. Silas pops out from balcony as well. It's all down to Freakazoid to stave off map point. It's all down to Ryan. And he's in a very rough spot coming up the lane. There's a player on top of balcony, a player in pit, and a player on site to deal with. Spotted by Silas. He's pushing onto site. Molotov would have burned him down anyways. 15-8. And BHOP are looking refreshed and rejuvenated here in their first map in Season 41 of ECL. Ancient, their pick, coming up next, too. And Mythic, they started off well, but since their 6-3 lead, they have only won twice.
Oh, I didn't know who was going to say it. It was either you or me to say that, but yeah, it's, you know, they lose the half 8-7. They haven't been able to really convert the rounds in their favor. And now BHOP have put themselves on map point. And they actually already started off by losing one of their in-game leaders, I believe, which is Stanislaw. So this is a good little start that we see from Mythic. But Freakazoid, again, he's able to find something in the back. He's able to put a little bit more pressure, does some damage. He's been able to get that information. I believe he spotted the bomb here too. So Mythic, they have some information. It's how well they want to use this now.
They went for the aggression. They went for the info plays. And it worked out well. 2-for-1 trade. They will take that any day of the week. They're still not giving up everything, too. Cooper's still around car. He's going to spam down Wreck to 27 HP. Lads, this is exactly what Mythic should have been doing consistently. Going for those peaks, not overextending necessarily. You don't need to push all the way into T-ramp there. I get it, Frake only had an MP9. It works in the situation, but if you have rifles, go for the banana peaks, get your kill, maybe push down to logs, and hold your angles, fall back late into the round if you have to. But that's the kind of stuff you need to be doing on Inferno. Mythic doing it now. They're going to try and hold this B side. Hate with the smoke spam. Catches Spermy on the cross. I think Spermy wanted to fight that. He gets punished. Wreck going to get spotted. No, he's actually now jump spotted by Cooper. Beaky, 1v4. There's no time for him to plan. He's stuck on top of Darker. He's in the coffin now. Another on the board for Mythic. But it would need 7 in a row to come back and tie this one up. And look at the money over on BHOP. Wreck might have 0, but there's a drop for him. I was wondering who would be the one to drop that over. Stanislaw had 10k before buying the op. Things are looking good for BHOP still.
Oh, it is. And I mean, they got that comfort, right? They got quite a few rounds to work with, but I mean, we got to go back quickly in that one round with Cooper. And he blocks that smoke. He's able to find that kill, which allowed, you know, the opening in the gap in the smoke, which was great, but not going to be doing any cool smoke gimmicks on this one as Silas finds him pretty early on. And again, Freakazoid's already pushed down to logs, and Mythic are putting a little bit more pressure into this, and even Flom's pushed up on the mid bracket. Watching for the boiler. This could be big, but that smoke's going to dissipate, so he's going to have to move eventually. He's only got a little bit more time here, and Spermy just waiting things out. Patience is definitely a virtue.
The slow and steady play of BHOP has been very, very fun to watch in terms of how methodical and how well executed it is when they go into the pop. It's been very, very good tactical Counter-Strike from them right now, and it's great to see that coming through here from this squad and in North America in general. It's pretty much thrown Mythic up for a loop, too, because Mythic hasn't really had a counter to it. BHOP with that early pick now trying to explode towards brackets, get that pick. This is where they scale on to the side, but they're going to split towards B. Freak's in a world of hurt here. Drops the Molotov. That actually could save him. Does not know there's players coming in from behind, however. Silas will get caught out. Hate tries to go back from Library, but he stepped too soon. Red by Wreck or hurt. Either way, he's dead. And Freak backstabbed by Beaky. Had to choose one of the two angles. It's all down to Eric in a 1v3 to stay alive on Inferno and give themselves a much better opportunity to have a chance in this series. You always want to take your map pick, especially when Ancient is next in line. Well, they will start on the CT side of Ancient. We'll see how much of an advantage that gives. A Molotov from Spermy just in front of the smoke won't burn Eric out of position, but he's pretty much walled out for all intents and purposes. Second Molotov, right-click toss by Beaky. And Eric, nothing he can really hope to do here. Water flash prep for Beaky as well. It's going to go through. Rex going to peek off of it, and that's going to be all she wrote. Map number 1 goes the way of BHOP, and Mythic really could do nothing to stop it, lads. It was utter domination since that timeout, and overall, man, BHOP looking really good.
They looked actually quite phenomenal, to be honest. They were able to get their composure back. Like you said, Mythic had a great start. They were able to get things off of the 3-0 before losing one of the rounds, and then there was like a big lead of 6, and then all of a sudden BHOP were able to just claw their way back into that game, and they honestly looked really smooth that whole time. I mean, there was a little bit of hiccups here and there and some individual plays that came in from Mythic, but they were able to take some good executes. They had immediate trades, the utility usage. I mean, look at that last round alone. I mean, they had so much utility in the pocket that they were able to just throw it, and there's nothing Eric could even do.
Yeah, there was nothing for Eric to do. The utility from BHOP, I'm glad you mentioned it, because it was pristine. On CT side, on T side, their utility and their coordination with how they work around their utility was phenomenal. And if any of you guys are playing an Open or any of the ECL leagues this season, go back and watch how BHOP managed their utility, how they use their utility in this map of Inferno. It's almost a clinic, the way they use their utility today. And
I agree.
I love seeing that. The utility plays make your life so much easier. You saw how much damage that was just unconfirmed damage that was dealt to teams and to players. It makes it so much easier when you're spraying away against 2-3 players, and half of them are low on health anyways. So you don't have to go for the full 4-bullet spray. 1, 2, 3 bullets takes them down. Makes it so much easier. Makes your multi-kills easier. It means that you have a lot less stress. And just overall means for a better team environment.
It does, and the thing that we noticed from Mythic too is even in the first half, I mean, again, those aggressive plays kind of seemed to be the bread and butter, right? That was the money strategy, the thing that was working, and that's where BHOP, was having a little bit of resistance, and they weren't sure how to work it. But as soon as Mythic kind of went back into those slow, methodical plays and a little bit more thought put into it in the strategies, that's where BHOP was thriving, right? And they were able to just get themselves back in composure. They got hit a few times with some heavy hitting shots, but now they got a second wind, and then they were able to take this thing in a pretty convincing fashion to clean this thing off.
Yeah, it was a convincing victory for BHOP. 16-9 the score on map number 1. Ancient is next, and we'll see you for map number 2.
Yes! Nice shot, my friend.